Welcome back to TYT Sports. Francis is here with me for this fantastic free agent clip. Andre and I did one on which NBA free agents deserve max contracts. You can check that out, but it's been a while since then, so we thought we'd give you a nice reminder of the talent pool available and the ever-changing landscape of the National Basketball Association this summer. Kevin Durant, obviously the headlining unrestricted free agent going into this summer, the most coveted free agent since LeBron James in 2010. No one really knew he was leaving in 2014, but this is a big deal. Kevin Durant is a game changer. We know that. But amongst Kevin Durant, there are other game-changing players that are unrestricted, basically meaning any team could offer them any amount of money. It does not have to be matched. That's what a restricted free agent is. I'll get to that in a second. But in terms of the unrestricted, here is the card. Mike Conley, Dwayne Wade, Hassan Whiteside, Nicholas Batum, Al Horford, and Kevin Durant. All major pieces to their teams. All could become major pieces to other teams. While I think Dwayne Wade immediately re-signs with the Heat, I'd be surprised if he left Miami. I think he's a career Miami guy. I do think Mike Conley might leave. I think Hassan Whiteside's a major experiment. Al Horford, a very portable player, could end up on many good teams that could use somebody of his stature. Celtics, and Kevin Durant, everybody.
I think to go back to Miami, I think if you adjust this list to potentially put certain people like Kevin Durant
on the Heat,
then you keep Dwayne Wade and you keep Hassan Whiteside. Whereas even if it's not Kevin Durant, it needs to be someone else. I think Dwayne Wade this season has showed that he's still a versatile player when you restrict his minutes, not when they're restricting his minutes. I think he, unlike certain other, really, I would say, phenomenal players who are perhaps past their prime, he knows himself the best way to utilize his talent. So, I was a little too bad, didn't I? So,
Ghost in the building.
Someone didn't agree what I was going to say, so I won't.
The remote does not agree with you.
I was going to throw a dig at Kobe. Anyway, but I think that I would think maybe when LeBron left and in the direct season after, like last season, I was thinking maybe Dwayne Wade's thinking about moving on. This season, he showcased that he can still be such a useful player for Miami if they bring in a big name. And then Hassan Whiteside continues to alter his game because you see that Dwayne Wade tries to take that almost parent role with him. We watched it firsthand when they were playing against the Clippers where Hassan Whiteside sometimes a little bit of a loose cannon, his head drops, and Dwayne Wade tries to adjust and help him. If they bring in another player who is of star quality, who not going to fill the void that LeBron James clearly left at that team, but could continue to help them progress, I think Dwayne Wade stays on. I don't see him going to another franchise to try and adjust.
Hassan Whiteside's the only guy in the NBA who can hug 3 people at once because of his fucking 15-foot wingspan. Hug me. No, you're 100% right on all points about that. The Heat are still going to contend for the second-ish round of the NBA playoffs this year, maybe an NBA Eastern Conference Finals appearance. They're a very good team.
No, they are.
They're very well coached. And Francis, what we just talked about in the Knicks rant, they're also very well managed. Pat Riley, smart guy.
Is that the same thing? Managers, coaches?
I'll make this really quick. I once called Pat Riley a moron.
I was my
second week of TYT Sports because it was right around the time LeBron left Miami and Riley signed like Josh McRoberts, and I was like, say goodbye to LeBron. You brought in Josh McRoberts. This guy is walking. And he did, but I mean, Pat Riley, I think, knew he was leaving, and I think he was planning on the future.
So you're a little harsh with moronic words towards him?
Well, he was a major member of the Knicks for a long time, too. So I take that back. I don't think you're a moron, Pat Riley. I really like you and your slick back hair. All right, so let's get to the restricted free agents, which just means whatever offer that this player gets, the team that controls him can match that offer.
Yeah,
you can't offer more. Bradley Beal and Andre Drummond. Bradley Beal's an interesting case because when he shows signs of his ability to shoot the ball pre-injury, he could become a deadly shooter on many different pieces in an NBA shooter-friendly league. Yeah. Andre Drummond is a unique character because although the big man has become less important to the NBA and teams' formula to winning, Andre Drummond is such a monster on the rebound that he can keep possessions alive and alive and then alive and then think it's alive. It's Frankenstein. And he's got hairy shoulders, which helps boxing out.
Crucial in a free agency.
Crucial. I saw him shave the shoulders. I was like, why would you do that? That is an extra 1.5 inches of space.
And it's like the Along Came Polly scene where someone rubs up against his hairiness and they're like, oh, fuck, playing against this guy.
It's like the Family Guy scene when Stewie sucks on Peter's teat and he pulls it, he goes like this, and he goes, pulls out the hair. That's what it's like. I think Drummond should sign with the Pistons. I really like what Stan Van Gundy's doing with the Pistons, so that would be a good idea too. But he's going to be coveted. But because he's restricted, if he wants to stay in Detroit, he can't get any more money elsewhere.
Yeah.
They can match him. Lastly, the player option guys. Of course, the most interesting name on that list is LeBron James, who signs one-year contracts and does what he pleases. I would be shocked if LeBron left. If LeBron left, I think the whole Americas would reattach and then fall apart, and then a 10.2 earthquake would hit.
It'd be a great clip for TYT Sports.
Oh, it would be a great one.
You're talking about Phil Jackson leaving unfinished business. That is literally
That's a bad
that
idea.
is going in, taking half a shit, not flushing it, and then
Do you know where he
just not
can
shitting
come?
again.
Totally come to New York.
Yeah, all your thoughts about everything imploding would just go out the window if he said, you know what, taking my talents to my
And if they hired Blatt, oh my God, the drama.
But what about Dwight Howard?
Dwight, I used to make fun of Dwight Howard a lot, and then I found out back spasms are the worst thing in the world. But Dwight Howard...
You had a minor back spasm and you suddenly...
It was the worst experience of my life!
With a guy who's 7 foot and carries like 300 more pounds than you.
I felt like a pulsated animal out of water. Gone. It was terrible. Dwight Howard's another interesting one because, again, he could be so effective. I don't know where he'll go after Houston. But going back to Orlando, as Dan said, that would be a great move for Dwight Howard. He worked so well with Orlando.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I think that would be a great going home story. It just wouldn't be nearly as big and awesome as LeBron James going home. DeMar DeRozan's another really interesting character because I know the Lakers are going to offer him money. He's an LA product. And I don't know it for a fact, but I have a very big feeling they're going to offer him a lot of money. Although, let's see what happens with the Raptors. They make a run. Maybe they make the NBA Finals. Raptors fans rejoice. He might have enough initiative, I shouldn't say initiative, but motive to stay. It's
I want him to
his
stay,
option.
though.
Yeah,
I like what the Raptors are doing.
with skinny Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry's a man.
He used to be fat, then he got skinny.
Yeah.
And he's got a big butt. He's got a Chris Paul butt.
And-
It
and
really helps with
You want to see teams like Toronto just strengthen. I think it's healthy for the Eastern Conference. I think it's healthier.
I would think someone like maybe if Andre Drummond doesn't sign with the Pistons and goes to someone like Toronto, that's a huge...
What is that? Do you think that's a position that they could use or utilize? I mean, I still think they need...
Well, I mean, Valanciunas, I'm trying to think here because they have Valanciunas who's pretty good, but I know a couple of these guys have been battered throughout the season too, but their backcourt is so strong, and you've seen when you have a great backcourt, you really just need one more piece, usually as a rim protector.
Yeah.
You don't even need an offensive threat. Drummond wouldn't be a defensive threat. He'd be only really offensive. He's not that good on defense. But someone like Dwight Howard, if he can stay healthy, I don't know if that would turn up their shake up the chemistry in Toronto, but he's a good defender.
It's the same thing that I kind of thought with the Wizards, right? But I was just like, you just need to add maybe a couple more players, maybe one more player to push you to that potential championship winning team. Like you get especially when John Wall is such a prominent player. I'm like, you could just use another asset in there to adjust them. And then I see the Raptors this season, and they're doing phenomenally well for the squad in comparison to the other squads they have.
They're a fun team. I
So
enjoy
I'd like to see them
watching the Raptors, and I used to not, but I give Kyle Lowry credit. Obviously, he's pretty amped because he saw Villanova win the championship for the first time since 1985. That's where he played. Hopefully, he can do the same with the Toronto Raptors this year, although whoever's coming out of the East is getting smoked by the West. Let's be real. Comment below.
Whisper of a dream, Kevin Durant to the Lakers.
To the Lakers?
Whisper of a dream. Dan Keston is mad.
To the Clippers? Maybe.
Whisper of a big dream. Whisper of a reality.
Maybe. Dwight Howard to the Clippers. I didn't say it. Comment below with what you think about the NBA free agents this upcoming summer. Where are they all going? They're all going to the Celtics, so Ja'Cory can rage. Make sure to follow Francis at Francis Maxwell, host on Instagram at JasonRubin91 on Instagram, and Twitter, you should know by now, at Twitter, at TYT Sports, at Twitter also, I guess, if you want to follow Twitter.